So if Eve would be an elder with shepherd of the flock, the outcome would have been exactly the same. Howdy, heretics. I'm Goatlike personality from Norway, and this is my daughter. This is what happened when you have unprotected sex with a worldly woman. I grew up among Jehovah's happy people, and we used to divide the world into the wicked world of Satan, the worldly, and Jehovah's happy people. But then Jehovah's happy people decided that they would be happier without me. No. So this is my daughter, and she will not grow up in a cult. I promised her that. And she can be whatever she wants to be when she grows up. I will not tell her that there's some kind of deity reading her mind and telling her when to poop her pants. Yes. So, today we will talk about this book. My book with Bible stories. It was my favorite book when I was a child. But I remember every time I turned the page, I thought, oh no, this chapter I hated. So as a grown-up, I started looking in this book and I realized every chapter is a chapter I hate. But I can vividly remember that this is my favorite book when I was a child. So how come it that it was my favorite book when I was a child, but I can vividly remember also hating every chapter? No, en liten bebis. En liten bebis, pappas lilla bebis. Ja, det är svårt att filma med en bebis. Det är svårt att filma med en bebis. Yeah. Children and animals are the most difficult to film with. Anyway, the reason why I thought it was my favorite book is because I realized at one point that I would not get a beating as long as I was holding the book. And my parents would love me as long as I enthusiastically told strangers that this is my favorite book. As long as I told, it's called performing. When you're a child and your parents say, we only love you if you're a Jehovah's Witness, the children would start performing. Because as a child, you need love. And if you tell your children that we only love you if you're a Jehovah's Witness, obviously, they will walk around saying, this is my favorite book. So, this is my child. I love you. It doesn't matter if she's gay or lesbian or communist or a terrorist. I will love you as long as she's not one of those stand-up comedians that uses props. So now I have a child and thought, maybe I should read the book for her. So this is a daughter. Her name is Fiona Clotilda Malina Jonasdotter Skogstad. It's my daughter. And since I'm a father of a daughter, I thought, what about feminism? What about the first woman ever created? Let's see that chapter. First of all, she was created by a rib from Adam. That means her chromosomes will be one X and one Y. So I'm pretty sure this is not a true story. The moral of the story is that mankind, all humans, were put on this planet with free will. She was put on this planet. She could choose any career she wanted. She could do exactly what she wanted, except she couldn't. Someone already decided that she would be the mother of all living. If she had freedom of will and freedom of choice, maybe she can choose the gender of the babies? No, someone else fixed that. Can she choose how the children should look? No, yet again, she had no control over that. Can she choose when she will have babies? No, she has no control over that either. At least maybe she can choose what man she will marry. No, she also couldn't decide what man she would marry. So what could she choose? Could she choose her own name? No, she didn't even get to pick her own name. The husband that God picked to her, which was, if the story about her being created by a rib is true, that means she was an exact replica of her husband. And she did have an X and Y chromosome, but she also had the same DNA. So from a performing perspective, you should not have identical twins as the start of your herd, because that would be inbreeding. But she didn't even get to pick her own name. So what could she choose on this planet? Well, the only thing she could choose was to eat from the tree, because if you eat a tree, you would die, and you could escape this North Korean paradise where everyone decide what you should do and you just have to smile and be happy. What if Eve had the secret elders book? This is the best part of this. Why all women should have the secret elders book. Because Jehovah didn't tell Eve that they shouldn't eat the fruit. She heard it from Adam. Adam, you know, the date rape guy. He said you shouldn't eat the fruit. And according to the elders book, you need 2 witnesses. Adam is only 1 witness. And then there's a snake, and according to the Bible, sometimes snakes do the talking, sometimes donkeys do the talking. You have to listen to them. The snake is saying one thing, and the date rape guy is saying something else. So what should she do? According to the elders book, she can make her own investigation, and she did exactly what the elders book tell her what to do. She looked at the fruit and saw that the fruit was good. So if Eve would be an elder with shepherd of the flock, the outcome would have been exactly the same as if she was a woman without the shepherd of the flock book. So if there's something we can learn from this story, is that the story is probably not true, and it's best to be a woman without shepherd of the flock book. This is my daughter. I love her very much, and it will be so much fun to raise a kid that's not in a cult. So I have been busy with this little bugger. That's why I haven't made the videos in a while, but I have a lot of things in the pipeline, and there's a documentary crew here. This guy hiding there, there's a lady there, and maybe something good will come out of that. It's a big secret until now. But thanks my patron, and see you in paradise.